Ooh. Okay. Hey, Marie. Cindy, you still here? So, yes, I am on. Guys, Henrietta. So, guys, I told you guys last week, right, that I was going to cancel this week's Posh Late Night Biz because I was supposed to be on vacation, guys. Hey, sis. She said, hey, sis. So, I was supposed to be on vacation, guys. I was supposed to be in Turkey, but guess what? We was due to fly out Sunday. I found out on Saturday when I went to get my e-visa. That's what you get for waiting at the last minute. But when I went to get my e-visa, some countries, guys, their requirements are different. So I have a passport that expires in August. So my passport expires in August. I didn't know that some of the countries require your passport to extend longer than your exit date. Point blank period, your girl is still here in Atlanta. I'm still here in ATL. I did not get to go on my vacation. So, Cindy, that's what happened. My passport. So now I have to, thank God, I was able to like get credit and everything for my flights because they hella expensive. But I gotta wait for my new passport. So I never been to a country that required that. So they require, so being so that we were to come back next weekend, my passport would have supposed to extend it 6 months past that. And when it flagged the system because my passport expires in August and said, nope, she can't come. Right. So it's so funny. I was like, how do you like? I thought we crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's and make sure we was good, but clearly we didn't because that was a bummer. But realistically, like I don't know. Normally I probably would have been pissed because all of the how we prepped for this trip, but I really wasn't. I was like, okay, like that must be a sign for me to kind of get geared for what I'm about to do, and that's pretty much what I was doing. So I just took that time and really just preparing. Even though I was going to be preparing over there because we was already set to at least, even if I'm on vacation, guys, I'm sorry, I ain't there yet. I know people tell y'all when you're supposed to vacation and cut off. I ain't there yet. When I vacation, I still dedicate an hour to 2 hours of my business. Same thing, doctor, the same thing. We just spend that hour. It's like we have a co-working session. Like together, we're gonna take this hour to 2 hours to work on our businesses, and then we get back to the fun. That's just where we at right now. I don't know what it's gonna look like next year. But yeah, we still vacation and we work on our business So that's just how it is. Girl, Cindy, I'm trying to tell you, baby, I knew I was supposed to renew soon, but I just knew I was going to be good for this trip. So I'm like, okay, I still got a couple months. And then y'all know I was battling with that whole Baltimore, Atlanta thing. Like when I finally got my Atlanta license, that was a little emotional thing for me, right? But I didn't tell y'all about the tags. So I finally got my tags about 3 weeks ago, right? So the only thing I have as of today, as it refers to Maryland, is my phone number. I still got my same phone number I've had over the past 20 years. And it's funny because in my business, I had to add additional lines for like my team members. I had to add like 5 additional lines. And so they was asking me like, well, what phone number? I'm like, oh, I'll just do 404. They were like, well, what about this initial number? I was like, no, let's keep that 443. That's the only thing I have. My tags is finally gone. My license is finally gone. My passport going to reflect the change. The only thing I got is this freaking phone number. So I don't know. We're going to see. Cindy, don't be playing, girl, because you got friends like me that like just like going out the country just randomly, like, let's go. And I'm trying to tell you, my heart was hurt. My bags was packed. I had my work packed. We had the itinerary rolling what we was going to do. And we found out Saturday. Now we supposed to fly out a 10-hour flight on Sunday. We found out Saturday that I couldn't go. And it was like one of them things. It's funny because how he be like, brace yourself. Here's the bad news. Are you sitting down? And I just knew. I was like, oh Lord, here we go. And it was literally nothing. We made calls to the consulate, the embassy, the whole nine. Because they do got like some instances where if you have a ticket where you're flying out of the country, they can expedite it like under those circumstances. But guys, they was like, nothing's available. They was, hold up, pause though, hold up. They was like, nothing's available in Miami for me to come to the office to get like an expedited system. They didn't say Atlanta. They said nothing's available in Miami, nothing's available in Hawaii. I'm like, wait a minute, you realize where I'm at? Like, are you telling me to go to Miami to just get an expedited passport? That ain't happening. So guys, I'm trying to tell you, different countries got different statutories and different rules and different regulations and all that good stuff. Wherever you're going, especially if you're going somewhere you've never been. I've never been to Turkey. I was sure prepped to go. I didn't know that was one of the stipulations, right? But yeah. So now I'm still going. All my accommodations are still there. I just got to wait for my new passport. So with that being said, tonight's training, I thought I said it last week that I was leaving the country, y'all. I won't be on here tonight. But I forgot that we have pre-scheduled like emails and like we have pre-scheduled stuff like reminders. So when I start seeing them, and then my assistant was like, well, you set the reminder. I'm like, oh my God. So I got to do it. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to show up. We just going to have a conversation. Because I don't have, y'all know, I normally have my notes that I normally go through. I don't have any of that because I just was so comfortable thinking, all right, cool. Today I canceled it anyway. So I'm cool. But then so when you guys get an email, I get an email too. So that's my way of checking it. Like, so I'm like, oh my God, they just got an email. They just got a text. It's in the Facebook group. I was like, I got to go live. I got to go. I know, Keisha, I wasn't expecting me either, girl. I'm trying to tell you. I wasn't supposed to be here, but guess what? Carla, but guess what, baby? Carla, but you're here, boo. You're here. So, guys, today I said I wanted, because there's a lot that's actually happening. It's a lot that's happened since last time I talked to y'all, girl. So, y'all know I was having the issue with my little TikTok maybe about 2 weeks ago, something like that. Y'all, why they did it again? So I said, let me, you know what? We're gonna nip this in the bud. So I had to create a whole new page, right? I created a whole new page. And guys, we already had so much film. We've been filming over the past 2 weeks. Like every Wednesday, that's my content day. Where we are filming like TikTok stuff. And I had so much stuff like in my drafts that not only we filmed, that my crew actually edited, just ready to blaze the platform with. Ain't gonna happen. The only way y'all gonna see that is if y'all follow my new page. We just went on here and created a new page. Like, I don't know what happened to that, the Posh Academy page. I don't know. But guys, I need y'all to follow my new page, which is the Draping Queen, until TikTok get their act together and get me back on the platform, because we did appeal it. I was like, I don't talk about guns. I don't talk. Maybe I should not say that word before they shut me down here. But I don't talk about that kind of stuff. So I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? But anyway, main thing I want to tell you guys, yeah, so Henrietta, if you're thinking about going somewhere, make sure whatever country you're going to, that is different. Different countries got different rules, right? And the embassy, even though they down in DC, baby, they are open like regular business hours. My flight was on a Sunday. It was nothing realistically they could do unless they had an appointment that was in Miami or in Hawaii on that given day at that given time, and I was able to get there. So that was point is, I'm here in Atlanta. But guess what, guys? At least I'm here. So I'm not really, complaining because I still could go. I just got to go at a later time. So I'm going to check over here. Auntie Sharon, what you doing on here, girl? I'm over here on, it looked like it's Facebook. Marie, I'm trying to tell you, I don't know what it is. Like, I think I'm careful in what I say, but yeah, I don't know. They just like, no, shut it down. Turn the lights down on Paul. Turn the lights down on Paul. So yeah, Ty, sunshine. This is gonna be a free flow night. Reason being, I still wanted to come, and I still was compelled to just come because even though I haven't been live lately, guys, I've been in my group prominently. Like I've been in my group, I've been posting, I've been looking at y'all stuff, and y'all just got a text from me maybe about 20 minutes ago about asking you guys like why y'all scared to ask for the sale, or like when people reject, like what do y'all do? Guys, I'm just trying to tell you, if you are not in the mobile community, you need to be so, because tonight's kind of interaction is kind of how it's going to be moving forward. Sometimes it's hard for me to be that active in the group because if I'll ask a question, y'all come days later. Like I'm already on something else. I'm already asking a different question. I'm like, what are they talking about? Sometimes y'all know how my mind's set up. But in the mobile community, like y'all, if I ask y'all a question, y'all so responsive, like right away. So guys, I'm gonna tell y'all, because since you guys are on here, you may not be in the mobile community. I'm gonna tell you how you can join, because you need to join. And I'm gonna tell you why you need to join. First of all, you get access to me. At the end of the day, that's the only reason why you need to join. Just join. But guys, I ask you guys really, really, really important questions, right? And you give me feedback. And some of you guys, you know, it depends on what the feedback is. We'll follow up, and it turns into a conversation. And then you guys just leave with like, I leave feeling amazing. And then you guys leave with an instant form of strategy. Because some of my stuff is, y'all know I'm real quick to the point. If you don't know, take heed. I'm a Gemini and I'm a creative. I ain't got a lot of time to put a lot of thought into nothing. I think at the end of the day, things could get a solution with the first thought that come to head. Just follow that thought and follow your women's intuition. You can be fine. The minute you allow yourself to think about it, baby, you can talk yourself out the thing. And I ain't got time for that. Go with your first thought. That's why every time if I'm talking to somebody and I ask a question and they hesitate, I'm like, you're thinking about it. You're already on it, but you're allowing your brain to kind of talk you out of it when you already know the answer. And even if you're not certain in the answer, just trust the process that is the answer, right? Just go with it, right? Don't laugh. Don't laugh, Henrietta. All right, so let me see what they talk about over here on Facebook, because they showed up tonight. How y'all showed up and I wasn't even supposed to be here? Kelsey, good morning, sis. Kelsey, you got shut down? All I do is share recipes. I don't know what it is. I think, Kelsey, I don't know what it is, but guess what, girl? I'm trying to tell you, I have a new strategy. Even though I have not been on TikTok that long, y'all know your girl is a solutions-driven entrepreneur. I think at the end of the day, it's always a solution to anything, right? So anytime if I got my back up against the wall, baby, I'm contemplating and I'm thinking and I'm do. I like, bam. And when I come back off that wall, I got a solution. So I got one for TikTok. All I need y'all to do is follow the new page. And the new page is at the Draping Queen on TikTok. That's all I need you to do. Just follow the new page and just watch the forces. Just watch the forces become. Lavon, I am good. How are you? I'm late. Good evening. Good evening, my beautiful sister. Deborah, I already know, no matter what platform you're on, if it's your business name or your regular name, I already know who you are, because you are so true to your greeting. It's always my beautiful sister, Posh Queen Precious. I love you, Deb. Can't wait to see you in Philly, girl. All right, so guys, this is an impromptu session, right? So I'm going to tell you guys what my text was tonight. And if you are here, let me put it in the chat, because guess what? Guys, I have a lot of people here that are new to my platform, right? And they like, I don't know this girl, who this girl, she a little crazy. All I'm going to tell you is you need me in your life. You need me in your life. If you're a creative entrepreneur, if you are, or just creative, maybe you ain't even start your journey yet. You need me in your life to some degree. I'm trying to tell you, it ain't going to never be the same. It ain't going to never be the same. Don't go off this channel, because it's where you need to be. So I'm trying to tell you, join. All you got to do is text this number. I'm putting it in a chat and I'm going to pin the comment, right? Text the word join to this number. Baby, I'm going to bless your life. I'm going to bless your whole soul. That's all I'm going to tell you. That's all I'm going to tell you. Text join. And you will become, replace pin message, a part of my mobile community, right? Now, here lately in my mobile community, it's been more conversation based, because y'all know I'm For one, I told y'all 10 minutes ago, I'm a Gemini and I'm a creative, meaning I ain't got a lot of time on my hands. My attention span is zip, meaning I don't have none. I'm very impatient. So when I ask a question, I need an answer right then and there. Otherwise, I'm off to something else. If y'all really know me, then y'all already know this. It's not like new. It's not like new. So my mobile community, baby, when I ask a question to them, instantly it's a conversation popping off. It's strategy, it's tips, it's tricks, it's resources, everything is given right there, right? In the email world, it's cool, right? But that is not my primary source of communication because I do not live behind a computer. I don't live in my phone checking email. I am not that kind of entrepreneur. However, when it comes to them text messages, I have learned in my short time or short journey of entrepreneurship that not only am I impatient, y'all impatient too. Y'all impatient too. So I've kind of learned to adapt to platforms where you can get quicker access to me and I can give you a quicker response. If you reach out to me via email or DMs, baby, I got so many people that's handling my DMs. 9 times 10, you may not be talking to me. But if you reach out to me in my mobile community, that's me all day, every day. And it's much quicker. I could be on the go. I could be wherever I am. Point is, that's where you need to be. Also, when I send out my random, I get these sporadic moments of blessing people. I did. I just did because I don't know. It just comes over me. I'm like, I gotta do something amazing today. I know I may kick myself for it later, but all that matters is I'm going to do it right now. And it goes instantly to my mobile community. The email list may not get it because let's just face it, my email list is, we're talking thousands, right? My mobile community is not that great. It's like, it's a more intimate amount. I think my mobile community may be like 800 members. Whereas so my email list, we talk about 20,000. So realistically, if I'm trying to just bless 2 people, I don't want to create the chaos of all these people responding and then they feel like they just left off because I can't respond. Whereas so if I send it to my mobile community, baby, they're going to respond, right? So that is where it goes. Wait a minute, what you talking about? What's true, Henrietta? Wait a minute, I don't know why they blocked that. Keisha, you too. You already know, Keisha. I got 5 minutes. Let's get to the point. What we doing? What we going? Facebook user, you are new. I don't know who this is. So Facebook user, the one that said, I am new. Could you please do me a favor and just tell me who you are? Because I love knowing who follows me, who watch me, who engages with me, all that good stuff, right? So let me know who you are. And next time, if you catch my broadcast, this is on StreamYard. So on StreamYard, unfortunately, they got this little thing where you kind of got to register with them so it could tell me who your name is. Like this beautiful girl right here, Kelsey. Like this beautiful gem, right? Like this beautiful gem as well. That's my auntie Sharon, y'all. Can y'all give it up for my auntie? I look just like y'all. I'm just trying to tell you. Hey, Tawana. Wait a minute. Hey, Tawana. You be busy. It's okay, Queen. Toya, I do be busy, boo. But guess what? I ain't never too busy for y'all. I'm just trying to tell y'all got to catch me where I'm at, like where I'm prominent. Like I'm trying. It's like jumping jack flash around here. I'm trying to tell you the lane. If you want access to me, you need to be in the mobile community. Email list, you'll get access to me, but it's a little delayed. Like it's a little delayed, a little bit. But I do have like now. It's just the only thing about it is since I launched my design business, and then I did the Posh Academy, and then I did Precious Stevens, like the coaching. Y'all got like 5-6 emails for me, baby. I got a lot because your girl had a lot going on. So it's like you may email one, and it's like that one is shut down. So you think you can reach me, and you might get frustrated. Like I've been emailing you for days. Like, boo, we ain't over there. We told you where to go. We not over there. So that's the only thing about that. Henrietta say, hey, auntie over here. All right, so guys, I'm going to tell you about this question real fast. So tonight's broadcast, y'all over here on Facebook tonight, I mean, on YouTube tonight, like, why y'all here and y'all weren't here last week? I just want to know. I'm not even supposed to be here tonight. I'm not. But it's funny because tonight's thing, and it was a very interesting training, guys, but I didn't have, y'all know now I put my notes down because I'll go off subject because y'all just be asking these questions. And for one, I'm a Gemini. For two, I'm a creative, right? So it's kind of hard for me to stay on this topic because I'll just be randomly talking about whatever I want to talk about. And that's why I need my notes now. But tonight's training, guys, I'm going to tell you real fast because it was a really good one. Guys, I worked on this when I was back home. So normally when I'm doing my content for like Posh Late Night Biz or whatever it is, I will batch create. So everything I did for May, I batch created when I was back home in Baltimore, when I was spending that little quality time with myself in that little 5-star hotel. Yeah, that was pretty decent. And that gave me a lot of time to write my content, right? And you guys, and I did a 5-day challenge, and I was talking to, people that wanted to be coached, and y'all just kept talking about pricing. Y'all just kept talking about pricing. And then I kept seeing all these trainings about pricing, and I'm like, I get it, but it ain't that easy, right? Not talking about everybody's training, because some people's training is dope, because I've seen them, right? Some people's training is dope, but it's not that easy. Like a lot of people that have issues with pricing, and that's why when I relaunched Planning to Profit, guys, I started off with mindset, because realistically, I could sit here and tell you all day, every day, baby, you need to add a zero to that price, right? Add a zero, add a couple zeros, because it's just that low. However, if you're not mentally able to handle and understand that you deserve more and realize you deserve more, no matter what I say, girl, you're going to go back and you're going to still sell them backdrops for $300. I get it. It's not saying nothing is wrong with that, but it's saying before you get so tied into pricing, I need to know how much. Guys, I'm trying to tell you, I get texts or DMs almost every day. People that can do the work, right? They can do the work. They're like, I don't know what to quote. They reached out to me. Guys, I almost get it. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, almost every day. And for me, I just need, like, you just answer 3 questions for me. I could give you a price real quick, right? Because I'm clear on, for one, I'm clear on what I deliver. I'm clear on what I deserve. And I'm clear on what I want, right? So it's easy for me to give that price, but it's not because I went and plugged in some numbers in a spreadsheet. I don't need to do that. It's like, I know what I'm delivering. So in order for us and more of us to be clear on knowing what we deliver and knowing what we deserve, baby, you got to deal with that mindset. You have to know if you don't feel like you deserve, and I'm just going to use backdrops because that's my specialty. That's my niche. If you don't feel like you deserve $1,250 for a backdrop, how are you going to relay that to somebody else? How are you going to convince them to pay you something that you don't feel like you deserve? So at the end of the day, guys, one thing, if you don't take nothing else from this training, I'm not going to talk about pricing because all of the rest of the trainings for May is about pricing. And then I have the exclusive 2-hour training on the true art of pricing in June. If you take nothing else away from pricing, before you be so focused on what the price is, be clear on what you want. Period. Especially if you're selling a service, can't nobody tell me how much the price of my backdrops at. Can't nobody tell me how much my class should cost. They could suggest, but they can't tell me. I'm going to price it according to what my goals are, what I've invested in my business, where I am at in the industry. Like all that comes into accountability, right? So if you're not clear on that stuff, it's going to be hard. I'm trying to tell you, you're going to always have an issue with pricing your services, right? You're not going to know. And ain't no sense in going to Sue Murray or whoever. Well, ain't no sense in coming to me. I'm just trying to tell you, because I'm going to always give you the same answer. How much do you want? It's just that simple. How much do you want? And what your wants, what is that based on? If you ain't clear on that, I can't tell you what the price is at. Unless you're going through something standard, like if you're doing perimeter draping, okay, cool. But I don't even price my perimeter draping as what the industry do. I just don't, because for one, I've built my credibility. I have not only built my credibility, I've invested thousands, probably hundreds of thousands at this point, into my business. And I have created impact in the draping industry. So no, I'm not going to charge $10 or $12 or whatever everybody else doing. I'm not going to do that. So at the end of the day, come on with it, LaVon. I'm trying to tell you, you got to know your worth. Guys, we just did a training. Well, I just did a training off of mindset shifts for success. If you're not mentally preparing yourself to get to that next zero or to get to that next comma, when it comes, you ain't going to be able to handle it. You ain't going to know what to do with it. Ask me how I know. You ain't gonna know. You're like, oh my God, what do I do at this point? Right? You're going to come into money that you've never even thought that you would come into, right? And you're going to sit there like, what do I do with it now? What now? What now? What now? At the end of the day, if you don't, that's like with anything. Now, guys, I don't teach or coach or talk about anything if you are not focused on foundation. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have a strong foundation, baby, everything else is going to crumble. I don't care how good it looks today, because what comes up must come down. I'm just trying to tell you. If you don't build that strong, solid foundation and then start building the bricks on top of that, it's going to come down. Period. Ask me how I know. Deborah, say it again, baby. She said, yes, I was undercutting and undercharging. Wasn't we all, though? Wasn't we all? Because at the end of the day, I was undercutting too, because I wasn't the client. I'm like, look, they charging $300. Okay, I do it for $250. But then guess what? When I left or when I was done and I was breaking down, I'm like, I did all this for $250. Like, something ain't right. When you know in your soul that you deserve more, or you serve a bigger purpose, baby, you better start feeding into that thought and figuring out what it is. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a business that you no longer love. And you're going to go end up working for somebody else 9 to 5 because it's more comfortable. Now you ain't got to deal with those. You ain't got to battle with those emotions, right? It's not a comfortable feeling when you're leaving an event knowing you didn't work all goddamn one day and you only got $700 in your pocket. And you really ain't got $700 in your pocket because you bought all this inventory. So you really got a donut. But the thought of somebody booking you was so fantastic at the time until you really put some work behind that, behind what you agreed to do, right? I'm trying to tell you, I think this was my first year in business, but kid, I tell you not, I am a Gemini and I am a creative. So normally if something don't feel right with me, I'm going to make some kind of changes. I don't care how drastic it is, because I'm at a phase in life where I ain't got time for it. I done set up here, struggled, been drugged through the mud. I done did it all for 37 years. Now, if it don't feel right, I ain't doing it. I am not doing it. I don't care what it is, right? And that's just like, you have to get to that place and realize what it is for you. What does that place look like for you? Right? Like, and it realistically, it comes with visualization. I wasn't even supposed to be talking about this, y'all, but it comes with visualization. And me, I visualize, y'all already know, some of you guys, where I vision me being. I'm about to leave the country and be living out the country. I am. I'm about to be walking out on some veranda every day with a mimosa possibly, looking at the water and just meditating, because that's what I can do. That's what my hard work provided for me to do, because that is what the vision was at the end of the day. There has to be a vision. So if that is my vision, I can't be around here selling $97 classes. I got to sell a whole lot of them, and I ain't doing it. So at the end of the day, I'm just trying to tell you, be clear on where you're trying to go, because it's going to help shape everything that you have going on. It's going to help shape your business. It's going to help shape your products. It's going to help shape your service. It's going to help you get clear on who you need to be working with. Why are you playing around with bargain basement betting and you sitting here trying to build an empire? You can, and not saying you can't do it, but you're going to need a whole lot of bargain basement betties, like a whole lot. I ain't got that kind of time or that kind of patience on my hand. I don't. You have to be clear and know who you are. You got to know your strengths and your weaknesses. And I know mine. I ain't got that kind of patience on my hands, right? So at the end of the day, I am very comfortable. We talked about this in my training 2 weeks ago. I know I have to serve in order for me. Guys, a lot of you guys are, well, my audience is older, right? But some people I talk to are very young. They're in their 20s and they killing it, but they have no vision on where the heck they going. So they cool with selling the cheaper products because they're serving a wider or broader audience. I ain't gonna be able to do it. I need to serve the mile deep, right? I mean the inch deep, not the mile wide. I don't want to serve a whole lot of people and be driven crazy just to meet my goals, right? I'd rather serve a small amount of people at a premium price to help me reach my goals a lot quicker, and I help them reach theirs a lot quicker. Meaning they have access to me, they have more time with me. It's a more intimate setting as opposed. That's why I keep my classes so small. I can't teach. I probably could, because I am superwoman. I really am, though. I probably could teach as many people as I want. But to keep the passion that I have and the drive and the fire that I have in class for that 8 hours, it gets long. But to keep that, I know my limit is 10. That's my capacity as of today. It may grow because he's still working on me, y'all. He's still working on me. So it may grow, but today my capacity is 10. I'm real comfortable. I can serve 10 people in a very effortless way. Like everybody feel as if they're getting what they came for, right? When we go beyond that number, things start getting a little chaotic, and I start getting a little anxious, right? I'm like, oh, it's a lot of people. Like, I don't know. It's only one Precious, though. It's only one. How are we gonna make this work? So you gotta be comfortable and know one, what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are, right? Wait a minute, what? Deborah, hold on. I gotta read these comments because y'all be tripping over here on YouTube. You, Doc, and my Philly tribe told me I need you pay myself for my God, Deborah. Baby, you have to pay yourself for your labor. Like at the end of the day, not only pay yourself for your labor, but you have to know what your labor is worth. I know, if y'all know me, I don't care what they say, people lazy. Yes, I am very lazy. I am. I feel as though I broke my back in the midst of 37, really 38 years. I don't want to live that way no more. I don't. What these hands are made for, because y'all know, these hands ain't made for picking up stuff and doing a lot of labor. They not. They done did its time. They done changed Pampers. They done fed bottles. They done studied through books, through education. They done moved furniture. They can't do it no more. These hands are for writing checks and pointing because I'm instructing. That's it. That's it. That is my zone of genius. That's what I do very well. And that is what I want to continue to do. I'm trying to tell you. 10 people, great job, Precious. Levon, 10 people, I'm trying to tell you, that's my comfort zone. I love my classes. That's my max. That's my max. Sometimes we do 12, sometimes we do 15. And it's like, whoa, that's a lot. Because for one, you have to know your strengths, but you also have to know your weaknesses. One of my weaknesses is I'm a people pleaser. So I don't know. I will run empty. I will run on empty to make sure anyone that I am exposed to or have access to is filled up, right? But where does it leave me? That leaves me depleted. Guys, some classes in my bigger classes, I can't even break down. Like by the time I'm done instructing, I'm out. Because I'm out. I am that drained. But I leave it all on the table. And no one will never know until they say, well, where Precious? She gone. I leave it all on the table. But I know it's a comfort for me. It's a happy medium at 10. I still can shut down and stay with the ladies and be fully engaged through the entire time. But when it's like a bigger class, I got to be out there. My legs get to cramping up. Guys, I ain't old, but this body, I ain't do the best. I haven't treated my body the best. And so sometimes it comes up in my little 42 years. It comes up. It's like, girl, go sit down. It come up in a cramp, or it just comes up in different things. So I was like, oh, wow. Okay, we got to do a little better. Deborah, I'm trying to tell you. She said, say less. Wait a minute. A touch of hope. You are what you attract. The cheap people hang around other cheap people. A touch of hope. Tell me who this is. I think I know who this is. But tell me this name because, baby, I've been trying to say this. Normally, that's one of the biggest issues with people I work with, right? And that's why I turned it into my mark. It's in my marketing because one of the biggest things that people come to me is one of the biggest things that they fight with is they always call them cheap clients. And I'm like, at the end of the day, it's not necessarily that they're cheap clients. They are, but they're really not. Like, I think this world has a place for everybody. There are designers that cater specifically to these people. And guess what? They want to cater to these people. There's nothing wrong with that. There are designers that want to cater to the DIYs. They have parties in a box. There's nothing wrong with that. And guess what? It's nothing wrong with those clients. It's not to say they're cheap. Point is, that is the level that they are at. And they have people that can serve them exactly where they are at. However, for some reason, they are attracted to you. Figure out what that reason is. It could be your messaging. It could be your marketing, it could be your branding, it could be your work, whatever it is. Like until you identify with what it is and create the change, then you're going to keep attracting bargain basement baddies, right? You're going to keep attracting them. So at the end of the day, it's like some people don't want to hear the hard truth. And I'm sorry, but I'm a Gemini and I'm a creative. I don't know no other way to be. So I'm going to tell you exactly how it is. But not only that, I'm also going to give you strategy and what you can implement right away to create some kind of change. Like if you want to transition into a higher quality client, you got to do some work, boo. At the end of the day, it's going to be, like I said, if you're not clear on your message, like you may not be talking to the right people. Fix it. We worked on, was it last week? Yes, it was last week when I did the training. We worked on all that foundational stuff, right? Oh no, the 5-day challenge. We worked on that foundational stuff. And you'll be surprised at how many businesses there are that's around, that's not clear on their mission. They're not clear on who they help. They're not even clear on the solution. All they know is they want to get in and they want to make something beautiful. Nothing's wrong with that. Because guess what? I was that girl. I ain't know nothing about a mission. I just wanted a business. Like, I'm just tired of what I'm doing. I had fun over here, and this is what I want to do. I ain't know nothing about the business side of it. That came later when I kept getting frustrated because what? I was attracting bargain basement baddies. So once I got clear on that, I knew for real, I ain't no different from nobody else. Once I worked, y'all know I started working on my personal development. 2019, 2020 was a heavy hitter for me. But once I start realizing my value and what I got to offer, and my solution is the ish, baby, it all kind of went down from there. I started realizing realistically, I ain't no different from the people I admire that's in the 7-figure world, right? I ain't no different. The only difference is they know what to do. I don't. So instead of sitting around here being mad, oh, I ain't got this, I ain't got access, I ain't got the resources. Go find the freaking resources, right? Go plug into some people that you haven't been plugged into before. Find the resources, educate yourself. Find out what needs to be done because the only thing that separates me from them is 7 degrees. I don't know how to get there. So I got to pay for the thing, unfortunately. But hey, you either got money or you got time. I'm over my 40s, guys. I ain't got a lot of time now. I don't. I may have had it back then when I was looking up. But now I'm looking down. I ain't got a lot of time. So I'm quick to invest in the thing I don't know to help me quickly get to where I need to be because that's what I want really, really bad. I'm just trying to tell you. Well, Hermina, thank you, baby. Well, Hermina, tell you guys, don't forget to click the like for our Draping Queen, everyone. I love you guys. I love you, love you, love you. I wasn't even supposed to be going live tonight, y'all. I wasn't. But I don't even know where all that came from because the thing was I wanted to tell y'all about what we was talking about on in the mobile community. But I just know that this is a couple of conversations I've been having with, my community. We text and in the mobile community, or like some of you guys call me, and I really appreciate that you trust your process or you trust your darkest moments with me. Like you could be, I don't know, trying to call the helpline or something, but you want to wake up and call me. Guys, let me tell y'all something though. I know I told y'all I was working on getting up earlier. I ain't all the way there yet. Some days is good, some days not so much. So don't call me at 7 o'clock. Baby, I just turned over. I just turned over, okay? But y'all know I will answer. I will. Those of you, there are some I will answer no matter what time it is. All right, so let me come over here. Let me see what y'all been talking about over here on Facebook. Because I don't have my multiple screens, unfortunately, guys. So I'm kind of like flipping tabs. I'm flipping tabs. Let me see what you're talking about, girl. I am new and just received my first backdrop stand kit from you just in time for Mother's Day. Wait a minute, Mother's Day. Oh, you did it for Mother's Day. You'll definitely be ordering more. Please tell me who you are. I like knowing who my people is. I like calling you guys out by name. Hey, family. Did you say it again? This is a family girl. You be too tired to enjoy the look change you made. Wait a minute. What you talking about? Did you talking about an event? I have been so frustrated because I've been charging what I deserve, but have not been getting the clients that want to pay my work. Bianca. Guess what? At the end of the day, baby, sign up for a quick assessment, because at the end of the day, it's some reason why you're not attracting them. I want you to think of it like this, because people got money, especially today. Like, people get money from all over the place, and people are spending money, baby. People have been locked up for years, 2 years at least. So people are out here just throwing bands away just because it's like they out. They out in these streets, right? So at the end of the day, think of it like this. And I want you to be, some of y'all are not truthful in analyzing your business. Not saying, talking about you, Bianca. I'm talking about everybody that's under the sound of my voice right now. You got to take a hard look at your business, right? True fact. Guys, I have been creating content since 2018. I think I started when I first tutorials, and it wasn't my idea. Y'all is the ones that told me to do it, right? I ain't had no knowledge on how to do it. I'm like, I don't know how to do this, but they want it, so we just going to do it. So I've been creating tutorials and classes virtually, whatever, since about 2019. No, it was definitely about 2019. So I didn't know how to do it, right? So, I would go through my whole thing. Like, people would sign up and they fall off or whatever the case may be. And not that one this year, but also last year. I have so much content. Sometimes it get overwhelming. But I said, before I create anything new, for one, I owe it to my loyal tribe to fix whatever it is that we probably just put a course together. And I ain't know nothing about no systems back then. I ain't know nothing about no systems back then. I knew they just needed something for it to be delivered, right? And then I hired a company that would migrate it from one system to another. Came out to be a mess. But at the end of the day, I didn't want to face my hard truth that the platform I was on was difficult for my audience, right? I was looking at all this content. It would take months because we talking about maybe 800 videos in total. 800 videos that would have to migrate to another system, and just a lot of configurations and all that stuff. But this year, and like the last part of last year, I said, I can't move forward until we fix all that. I really don't care how long it takes. I really don't. Because at the end of the day, if you want to have a product that your name represents, or you want to have a service that your name represents, and you want it to be trustworthy, you can't just have people book or come in and then, you just kind of forget about them and you just keep going on. You have to take a good hard look at your business from the consumer's eyes, or the consumer's point of view, and look at what their experience is. And sometimes that means going on your wherever you advertising. If you're advertising on IG, if you're advertising on Facebook, wherever it is, going and looking at what that looks like. And if you was looking for an event designer or a balloon garland person or a draping expert, whatever it is, would you pick you? And it's not isolated to you, Bianca. This is to everybody. Y'all know I've always been unhappy with my branding unless I do it myself. I do it myself, and I'm happy because guess what? It has all of me. It has my personality. It has my branding. It has everything. But guess what? It's also attached to my time. I ain't got a lot of that. So every time I try to outsource it, I'm like, they're not getting it. And I end up unhappy. So I was like, okay, this time I was like, the only way I can fire Precious from the business, really fire me so I can go and do something else, is I have to make sure everybody on my team is clear on what the end goal is. So if my end goal is for me to buy a house in the islands. That's one of the end goals, right? In order for that to happen, my business has to be able to support that. My business has to be able to be substantially, like, just solid, right? In order for that to happen. We're talking about me out the country. So I had to take a hard look at my business and what I recommend all of y'all to do. I don't care how, if you're attached to the business, you're emotionally attached. I don't care. At the end of the day, you're emotionally attached because it's your baby. But if you're promising a solution to somebody, guess what? You owe them the same amount of attention, because that's what a service is. It's a promise. You're promising them that you can deliver what they want. They can't see it. They can't touch it. They can't feel it. It's not a product. I can have this lipstick as a product, and I'm like, hey, this is what I got. Touch it, feel it, see it. It's a lot more trustworthy to buy this because they can see it, as opposed to, I got a picture. I'm going to deliver this on your wedding day. Baby, that's a lot more emotion involved. So like when you're in these service-based business, take a good look at your business and go through it. Like, I always take my clients that I'm coaching and I'm mentoring, I take them through their entire business. And now that's even what we're doing. Like we take courses, 2 courses a week. Every course that I have, we take them. I have my team members going through the course, like what's happening, what does it look like, what we need to up, where is the link broken, what's happening. And it just takes time to fix. But at the end of the day, you'll have a much stronger foundation at the end and you'll be more confident. That's why I don't, a lot of them little cheaper courses, I ain't got time selling them because I know some of them are broken or something's wrong. And I know that I have my team in the back end fixing them. So it's like I'm not going to focus my attention on there until my confidence level was like, oh yeah, we got it. We come on, this is what we got. We running this course this week, right? But my confidence ain't there yet. I'm like, no, I'm not that hemmed up for to sell something as I am to deliver a great product or a great service. So guys, all of you guys that's under the sound of my voice definitely need to take a hard look at your business, look at your websites, but don't look at it from your eyes. Don't look at it from, yeah, my service is here, because nobody care about your services. They really don't. Let's just be honest. They're looking for what you can do. So look at your websites or look at your social pages. Are you providing value? Can you look at your page and be like, oh yeah, I would do this. I would hire this person. I would book a consultation with them. If you're not having those vibes, don't get mad that Bargain Basement Betty is coming to you, because at the end of the day, you're attracting her in some kind of way, right? Vibration levels that's exactly what it is. It has different levels. So your vibration is attracting exactly where you are for whatever reason. And it could be subconscious to you, but when you become aware, there's certain different elements that can make this thing happen. You just start working on one element at a time and strengthening that. And then I'm trying to tell you, you will see a drastic change. She is right. Be ready when you put in practice and the work to see the zeros added. Work smarter, not harder. Kelsey said again, girl. Do not be afraid to venture out. Somebody always knows somebody. Yes, the referrals are out there. Network, invest in you. I'm trying to tell you guys, I am not the best networker. I'm not, because I am solo dolo. Like I'm such an introvert. I know y'all see me on here. I'm running my mouth, but guess what? I get to turn this camera off and I did get to go in there with my loved ones and it's just us. And that's what we're used to, right? That's what we are, like being out in the world and in these, that's just not something we do. And it's like kind of uncomfortable, but that's when the most magic happens, when you're in an uncomfortable spot, and you're in the uncomfortable spot that can create change and create possibilities, right? So it's like, I know, man, it's funny because me and my assistant today was talking about, and I told her, I said, you want to know what? This is something you got to put on the books. Like starting tomorrow, you got to start finding me just networking events. But I told her exactly the kind of events I would work with and I couldn't. Like, I ain't going to them kind of events. I can't do it. But if it's like fit this criteria, sign me up. I'm going to go. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. We gonna see. Deborah, a lot of them didn't like my price, end up calling me back and paying what I quoted because they wanted something different. Well, that's why I chose to do what I do. I'm trying to tell you guys, y'all know I say this all the time. Took me a long time to adapt this into my, into my little, but guys, I say now, I say a quick no before I say a slow yes any day. If I got to think about it, oh, that's a no for me. That's a no, because I trust my intuition. It's brought me this far. It hasn't failed me yet, right? Anytime, and it's funny because Doc said it all the time. He was like, I forgot the words he said, but he said your instinct is always in point. Go with your instinct. Go with your instinct. If I'm hiring somebody or whatever it is, and I'm like, I don't know about this person. Guess what? It almost always pans out. It's like I always look to give people opportunity, but my instinct has not failed me yet. So it's like now I'm with a quick no. I'm like, nah, for one, because that's my time is attached to that, right? I would rather lose $1 before I'm open to losing an hour. Do you know what I can do with an hour? I'm just trying to tell you. I can always get $1. Give me an hour of focus, man, I could get a whole lot of them, but I can't get that hour back. So that to me is a lot more valuable than the actual form of money. Money is just a tool to get what I want, right? But time, baby, I can't get that back. Well, Hamina, welcome. I'm trying to tell you guys. So real quick, 'cause I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go. So real quick, I'm gonna tell you guys what my question was for tonight in the mobile community, and I want y'all to put some comments below. If y'all on Facebook, no matter where you guys at, if you could be in a group, because right now I think I'm on like 4 different platforms. Wherever you are, put it below in the chat. So this is what I asked. No, that was for the video. Okay, here was the question. So people will always have an objection or two about why they can't make a purchase from you, right? Especially when you're talking about premium packages, because tonight's training was about how to create premium packages. So if you're talking about premium packages, people always got a reason why they can't do it, why they can't afford it, whatever it is, right? So my question was, how do you currently handle sales rejection? And well, that was it. So it was saying, reply to me and let me know. I may have something to help. So I want you guys to tell me, how do you handle sales rejection? Because I'm gonna tell y'all. Your girl used to be a little chicken. Like I just, who likes rejection? Like I don't really like rejection from nobody. My friend better not reject me. My man better not reject me. My kids, like no, we ain't doing that. What? So that's one of my things. That is even in my Clifton's my assessment thing, right? That I don't like rejection. And I don't. I'm just being honest. I don't. But when it came to the success of my business, I knew that I had to handle it differently. And for me, the way I handle it differently, I didn't view it as rejection. I viewed it as I am not giving them a way out, right? And so that's that's really kind of what it was all about, me giving them a way out. Because my giving them a way out, I was like, oh, all right, and I'm out, right? I wouldn't follow up. It's like, all right, cool, that's done. But realistically, people have rejection for different reasons. And until I learned the sales part of marketing, I was clueless. I was like, she was like, she ain't gonna ghost me. You ghost me. I did all that, right? I did. But that would be it. So I wouldn't follow up. I just chalked it up like, all right, on to the next. And then once I start actually learning marketing, like really learning sales and marketing, it started to make sense. Like, for one, I'm letting my weakness, which is afraid of rejection, hinder my business because I didn't understand why. I just thought that, look, they don't want me, whatever, or they ain't gonna pay my price. Girl, you don't know if they ain't gonna pay your price. You don't know. Like maybe they just need a little more coaxing, or maybe they really do got to talk to the husband, or maybe they just don't see the value in what you say you can do. It was so many things once I really learned what was happening with the psychographics about why they were saying, I'll call you later. Because anytime I heard that, I was like, oh, all right, here we go. So that's how I started charging for my consultations, right? So I was like, all right, well, at least, you know, at least I got paid for my time, right? So that's how that started happening. But in all honesty, I haven't really had many rejections. I haven't. But I think it was more or less me just experiencing the fear of possibly being rejected, where I wouldn't have an amazing sales call like I had today. Like, I don't even call them sales calls. They strategy calls, because even if someone doesn't enroll in the thing that I'm offering them, they still leave with something that they can implement right away. It's like at the end of the day, my passion is to help people, right? But if they enroll into my coaching programs or enroll into my draping class, at the end of the day, I don't care, because guess what? It be people that looked at me for 2 years and they're like, all right, I'm ready. If that's what it took, cool. You ready now, right? Back then, they always like, I should have been did it. No, you shouldn't. You weren't ready. You weren't ready to take all this I'm about to give you, because I'm about to give you a lot. So it's cool with me, the people that be on the fence for years and then they finally in my class. It's actually like conviction. Like, you didn't sit up here, you didn't looked around, you didn't did all this research for years, and you still end up with my doorstep, right? So it's like, I'm cool with it. It don't even bother me at all. And I really feel as if now they're better prepared, because they did look at this and they did look at that and they did look at all these other variables and where possibly they can go. They still come here. So I'm like, okay, let's work. My 2 words is let's work, right? So with the whole rejection thing, it's like, it was a very uncomfortable place for me, right? I wouldn't follow up. I wouldn't do all that. And when they say money is in the follow-up, baby, when I first started to learn sales, which was probably about that 2020 era, because that's when I was rolling heavy Like I was investing heavy in knowledge because I didn't know how to run a business. I just knew I wanted to make things look cute. That's all I knew, right? And everything else that came with the business was frustrating and made me want to go back and find a job, right? But I was like, nah, I'm too good. I got this. So I was just investing in all the things, but realistically, I didn't have the clarity, right? Like you can come on with a coach and they could be a good coach. But if you don't know where the hell you want them to take you, like you don't have the vision, what they got to work with, boo? So in the beginning, that was my thing. Like my vision, it just wasn't, I didn't even have one. It was like, I just want this thing to work. Well, you want it to work. How? Where do you want to go? Where do you see this thing being? And that's why with me, guys, I say, I don't really work on a one-to-one level. I don't work with guys that's just getting into the industry because you haven't gone through enough of those pain. You haven't gone through the pain enough to realize, like when you're new, you just got this thing like, oh, all right, I just need to show me how to do it. I'm gonna do it. Boo, you really not. You're not. You got to go through the thing and be so frustrated, right? It's like you got to be so frustrated. You just at someone's beck and call. And when they tell you go do this, you're going to do it. But when you're first into it and you're like, no, I could do that myself, right? No, I could do it. Just show me how to do it. I could do it. Like, oh, boo, I can't work with you. I can't because it's too much work that we have to get done. And if I tell you need to hire a VA to handle this, hire the VA to handle this because you need to set your business up for growth and scalability. You're not going to grow and you're not going to scale doing everything in your business. It's not going to happen. Otherwise, if it do and you go the long route, meaning you got a lot of time, baby, you'll be like 99. And I ain't on that type of time. I'm not like, we ain't got a lot of time. I'm just trying to tell you. Train, welcome over here, girl. Welcome over here. All right, so wait a minute. Let me read some of these because y'all answering the questions now. Hold on. What? Oh, I'm thinking I'm on stream, y'all. I can't put y'all comment up on the thing. So a touch of hope. I don't know if you told me your name, but I need to know your name, girl. Tell me. I know this name, a touch of hope, but I need your name so I can apply it every time I see your business name. So a touch of hope says your warm market is usually the peeps that make it hard to get the money you deserve. People outside your circle are more willing to pay your prices. Who told you that, girl? So let me tell you, baby, I'm gonna try to my warm market. I love my warm market because I love my warm market. So my warm market normally for me are the ones that they are my repeat buyers, right? They may get a lower price course, or they may get this, they may get that, but guess what? They're loyal customers. So they keep because they already trust in the thing and they already know how I work or whatever the case may be. They have access to me. So my warm market is realistically, when I talk about that mile wide, inch deep, even though I don't market to the mile wide, my warm market is what keeps my mile wide rolling. They just, if it's a $47 product, $97, they're rolling. But the ones that get my full access is clearly my hot market. They're the ones that's enrolling in $5,000 coaching programs. Course, so I only limit that for a year because that takes a lot of time from me. But I'm so passionate about it, and like people that enroll into those programs, they've already been with me, right? They've already been in my warm market so long, they've upgraded. So it's like they kind of already know. It's very hard because what I have, my high ticket offers for what I have, somebody that's just see an ad. It ain't gonna happen. Like you got to fill out an application and all that to get into the programs that I have because you have to be ready. It's a lot. But for your warm market, that is really like they're the ones which you should be nurturing because they're the ones that they like you, right? They know you. They may not trust you fully, but all it takes is a little. Y'all dating. Just date them a little bit. Just let them know. Let them into your world. Everybody's under the sound of my voice tonight. Guess what? That's my warm market. That's not a cold market. 9 times out of 10, you guys have been here for quite some time. You may not be in my programs. You may not be took a class, or you may not be in any of my memberships. But you warming up to get there though. So we're dating. So when I show up on Wednesday nights, I'm giving you a little bit of piece of me because I'm allowing you to realize you can trust me. If I say I'm going to do something, I am going to do it. And when you see my other tribe members show up and they leave them kind of comments, it's building the trust level. So my warm market are the ones that buy from me and allow me to not have to spend thousands of dollars in ads. I don't run ads, and I don't have to run ads because I have such a good funnel to where, so once you become a code, you see a video. A lot of people, when they see one of my videos, they fall down a rabbit hole, and it's been 3 days gone by, they still looking at my videos. You have to set up a good enough funnel to where people are able to go through the stages. Buying process is stages, baby. It's stages. So really the code is the code market is really the ones that's like, oh, okay, you just, they got to see you like 13 times before they even give you a second thought. Right? It's like, oh, okay, she gone live again. But by the 13th time, they're like, oh, let me see what she's talking about, right? And then now they want because they're interested. They're interested, but they haven't fully, like, they don't trust you yet. But it's like, oh, let me see what she talking about. Okay. So then they come on. They come on Wednesday after Wednesday after Wednesday, and they see the credibility because they see people comment and they see me showing up. They see me providing value. I ain't asking for nothing. I'm just here giving my time, giving tips, giving strategies, giving nuggets, right? Giving my time. But I'm dating my audience, right? I'm dating you guys. I'm allowing you to learn me, the authentic me, right? I ain't showing up behind some pre-recorded video, all that good stuff. I'm showing you authentic Precious that drinks wine on Posh Late Night Biz. Yes. So it builds credibility because you hear, what other people are saying, and then they easily are able to convert into the hot audience, right? And then before you know it, they're in my class. And that's really what's been happening a lot on YouTube, which is why I prominently shows up on YouTube, because YouTube has shown me great results. So normally pay attention to where your people are, right? A lot of people think like IG is popping. IG is popping, right? I'm not saying it's not. I ain't making no money on IG. I'm not to say I couldn't if I was to pay attention to IG, but why stray away from a platform that treats me well? YouTube treats me well. So why stray away from this and now divide up my time and my attention as opposed to this one platform that's running really good for me? So that's really just what it's about, realizing, having a strategy in place, having a funnel in place. Like, you have to take people to some place. I do not show up unless they have a purpose. Guys, things been so chaotic with me the past few weeks why I haven't even shown up for Motivational Mondays, because it's just been chaotic. It's just, I'm dealing with the trip, and I've been dealing with my birthday. I've been dealing with the tour. So it's like, if I don't have nothing to realistically to talk about, I ain't got time to be just blowing smoke. I ain't got time for that. When I show up, if I go live, even if it's a random live in the car, I have been compelled to do something because I have something to say. And 9 times out of 10, whatever I have to say, it touches somebody. It may not touch all of them, but it touches somebody, right? So that's really just understanding what your purpose is, understanding what the funnel is, understanding what you want your audience to do. I know what I want all y'all to do. All right, now I'm right clear on that, right? So everything I do is ultimately going to lead to the conversion plan that I have in place at the end of the day. See what I'm saying, Kim Jones? Kim Jones, you late, boo. Kim Jones say, hey, Posh family, I thought you were out of town this week. Kim, I was supposed to be good. I was supposed to be, but it didn't turn out that way. But guess what? I'm here. I've been on here for an hour now, just sitting here parlaying with y'all. Just chit-chatting, doing my little Posh Late Night Biz thing, all that good stuff. So I'm cool with it. Trina, we talk about that all the time. Girl, you ain't better yet. Trina says her follow-up game is horrible. Trina, I'm trying to tell you, my follow-up game was horrible too, until I realized how much money I make from just follow-up. Just follow-up. And then I had to realize, realistically, it wasn't even about the money. I had to realize why people, or we would look at it as we getting ghosted. And that's how I looked at it. And I took it personal. Like, I just said, man, spent a whole hour of my time in this consultation, and you just ain't gonna call me back, girl. Yeah, I was feeling all that. But just realizing why that happens. One thing I want to tell a lot of you guys, maybe not all, but a lot of you guys, to some degree, your ideal client is who you used to be, to some degree. It may not hit you right now. My ideal client is who I used to be, right? My ideal client is a great part of who I am even today, because I am very quick to invest in the thing I want. That's what I want. Okay, cool. And I see the value you're bringing. I'm not going to sit here and be like, look, I got this. Can I pay? I ain't got time for that. I want that. Cool. You got this much control, or you got creative control, whatever it is. See you on setup day. That's my kind of client. I like them kind of clients, right? But you got to get clear on, for one, what is their behavior, and why are they looking at you, and why are they giving you so much freedom? For me, I ain't got time. So if I was still in the industry, I clearly would be looking for busy, six-figure business runners, whatever the case may be, that just ain't got time, and that I would be displaying enough value that what they believe, because I'm delivering a promise, right? I'm not giving them a setup and saying, here is the venue, this is how it's going to look, and we're going to do it again on setup day. I'm not doing that. I'm giving them the trust and the promise that they've seen my work before, so they're thinking and feeling that I'm gonna be able to re-deliver this thing, right? So at the end of the day, that is my ideal client. When it comes to the draping, my ideal client is someone that is looking towards retirement, or close to retirement, or in another field, and want to transition to draping, and want to leave that 9 to 5, and realize that draping is a very lucrative very lucrative industry, right? And they want to make that their primary source of income. Don't have to be the only one, but at the end of the day, y'all know I'm all about focused products. You have to have one thing you're focused on. Otherwise, you're going to spread yourself thin. Nobody's going to recognize you for the one thing you do great. People recognize me for draping. I do it great. I teach it great. I sell it great. I do everything about it great, right? Not to say I can't do everything else, but my focus product is draping, right? So realizing that makes all the difference in your business. It makes all the difference in how you run your business. It makes all the difference in who's attracted to your business. When you're trying to do all the things, you're not building credibility in no one department. When you go in these groups, you go in Facebook groups, you could just type the word draping. You're going to see Precious 50 million times, and it may not necessarily be me. It's going to be other people recommending. That is credibility, right? So that is what you want to focus on building. And sometimes it gets some rough spots when you're like, you want to know what? I don't know how we're going to make this work. But you got to stay true to the thing that you know to be great, or the thing that you want to work. I was very serious about making a change in the draping industry. I was very serious, because I felt like, one, it needed it. And I felt like, two, who better to deliver it than me? I'm just trying to say. So at the end of the day, that's realistically like what it is about. Wait a minute, let me see. Train, I'm gonna get you trained. She said you better after the 5-day challenge. I'm gonna ask you how to, girl. Let me go over here and see what they talk about on Facebook. So now you guys are talking about, hey Nathan. Do not be afraid to. Okay, I read that one. See, I don't know the Facebook. That's one thing I don't like about StreamYard. I don't know who I'm talking to. You network through your classes and your students, Precious. Yes, I do, Kelsey. I'm trying to tell you. Anytime I need something, I always go to my audience. Anytime I want to put somebody on, I always go to my tribe, because they held me down. So it's like, I can't see me. My birthday brunch is coming up in the 20 days, right? I could have easily went and just got a plan that I want to work with. Like, nah, I want to get this opportunity to one of my tribe members. Like, I want to really have one of my tribe members do this and make it spectacular, because I believe in them. I see what y'all posted in the groups. So I'm like, nah. So I'm excited about that, y'all. I'm excited. So if you ain't hear about the birthday brunch, baby, here in Atlanta, going down at 5/29, May the 29th, from 12 to 3. I'm just trying to tell you, that's another reason why you need to get on that mobile community. The mobile community is pinned. It's the top comment. Just all you got to do is text the word join, and you're going to get to where you can sign up to be on the guest list. Now, this is an intimate. Y'all know I'm intimate. I don't like a lot of people. I get nervous. So I keep my events small and intimate. So this is going to be a small, intimate networking brunch, though, right? It's going to have just different things. I'll talk about that later. But if you ain't get on the mobile list yet, you need to get on there. That's another reason why, because that's in a couple of days. So initially, I would ask the client what they had to give and still provide the service. Once I saw after they paid me pennies and the next person the real money, I developed a backbone and learned to move on with my head held high. So, yeah. But Kelsey, at the end of the day, well, you clearly, like you said, you're clearly better with it now. Don't give people authority over what you want to make. I'm not going to ask somebody what you have to give. Now I do ask though, and it's and realistically, it's a good buffer because it kind of a lot of people. Let's just be honest, guys. People that have events, they're not really thinking of a budget. Honestly, is it their job really? Unless they like really streamline and know that, hey, I'm having this wedding and our budget is $50,000. That is cool. It hardly happens in this day and age, right? Hardly happens unless you're targeting those higher budget events or higher quality clients. They already know, right? Because they just wired that way. This is the event we having. This is what we're spending on it, right? Totally cool. But many often than not, people don't have a budget because realistically, that's not what they're thinking about. They're just thinking about, hey, I want this thing. And then when they're hit with how much it costs, it's like, oh, hold on, wait a minute. The way my bank account set up. I'm trying to tell you. So realistically, for me, what has helped with me, I always would ask, do they have a budget they would like me to consider? Even if they don't, it's not to say I'm going to work with their budget, but it gives me a good buffer to either they have an idea or they don't. And then we would go into, well, this starts at this. So now mentally they are prepared. Oh, wow. Oh, it starts at this. Okay, cool. And then they can make the decision immediately, right? So when we get into automation, and we really get into that in planning the profit though, but when we get into automation, for my workflow, when I was doing that, this is already set up in the beforehand. Like this is already set up. If you know that things start at this level or whatever, and you don't qualify, we would never get on the phone because for one, it's what? It's wasting my time. That's something I can't get back. And at that point, if someone realistically know that $10,000 or $5,000 out their budget, So my thing is, I never want to dismiss a client, like or a potential client. Never do that. I normally would give a referral, or I just have templates that's already available for whatever I'm going to say, right? Not necessarily, I can't work with you. However, I believe so and so will be great, or whatever the case may be. So it's really like you have to understand lingo, you have to understand verbiage to not be offensive, to tell somebody, girl, you need some more coins. It is a really soft way to do that. It really in a safe way to do that, right? So that's just one of the things. But you have to realistically, like I said, you got to know what you're bringing, and you got to have your confidence got to be on point. Like when your confidence ain't on point, like I can smell slow confidence a mile away, right? Sometimes I'm a Gemini and I'm a creative. Sometimes I play devil's advocate just for the heck of it. Sometimes you just get fun out of just running a person in circles just because it's like, and this for some, they can take it like, oh, I really need to tighten up on my game. And even now, and this, I never did this in my coaching programs before, but now like we have pitched, we will sit there and say what it is and be able to judge like, nah, you ain't selling me on that, right? You ain't selling me on that. And I'm like, if you can't say something to me and be able to sell me on your service or your products where I'm interested, you got to go back and do some work, right? So you're not ready to go out there to the world because you're going to keep bumping into the people you don't want to work with. And that's the defeats the purpose of being in which you're in. So it's just different ways to do it, guys. I finally reached a place where I'm all right with it because I understand that not everyone is my client. Hello? Not everyone is your client, boo. That is so true. Not everyone is your client, but y'all know how it is with the guys. I just got back to my garden. We just redid the garden again. And did y'all know they had mosquito plants, y'all? I ain't know that. I ain't know that. Y'all know I ain't got no green thumb. I just be trying it out here in these streets with these gardens, and I be keeping them alive for a couple months, and then everything just kind of go downhill. But that wasn't the point. Did y'all know they had mosquito plants? I didn't know that. So this time around, we bought some mosquito plants because we just redid the whole patio, right? And that's my sanctuary. If y'all don't know, my little outside area is my sanctuary. So we redid that and got some mosquito plants. And I just relate everything to business. I don't know why. That's just how my mind is wired. But that is kind of how you should be setting up your business, right? Like you need to repel the people you don't want to work with and attract the people you want to work with. So if the people you already know the biggest indicator of who you don't want to work with is bargain basement Betties, people that don't have the budget to do what it is you want to do. So how are you going to repel them, right? It's a couple of ways. I get into all that in June's training. Repel them easily where they won't end up on your consultation list and you don't got a 2:00 call with somebody that you don't know if they could afford your service or not, but you just sit here and try to wheel them in knowing they don't even meet your bottom line. So at the end of the day, it's like you have to set your business up this way. A lot of people is uncomfortable doing some things like putting your prices on your website. I value my time, so I'm super cool with putting my prices wherever it needs to be because that's going to attract the people that can afford it and that's going to repel the people that can't. Now I get some of you guys that do the customized packages and things. I get that, but if your bottom line is 5,000 and somebody's budget is 1,500. I'm sorry, but I ain't customizing. That means I ain't leaving the house unless we meet 5,000 or right close. That's my bottom line, right? That's how I came up with my draping. Like, well, I ain't draping. Like people call me, they still call me to the day. I'm like, oh, we don't do that. Well, we don't do that. We do premium draping, right? We do premium draping, meaning you got to meet this bottom line or more. Otherwise, I'm not coming out the house. It's too much work. Y'all know it's too much work. All them poles and setting up and taking down for a couple $100. I'm not doing that. We got to be talking about a couple grand, because people are out there spending that kind of money for draping, right? So it's really about that. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I saw that one. I read that one. That's right. And we come to you wanting canopy techniques in a class. Oh, right, Kelsey. You're the only person I did that for. Girl. But that was awesome. And it taught me something, though, because canopy teaching, it's a lot. Like on our standard backdrops, we using maybe 35 panels. Canopy was like 55. It was a lot of panels. So, but that was fun. That was fun. All right, wait a minute. My B-day next day. Kelsey, you're a Gemini. I knew it was something. You're a Gemini girl. Hold on. Let me go back over here to Facebook. I'm in YouTube. What y'all talking about? Gotta have a stable budget. Absolutely. At Precious. I so wish that I was closer. I would love to celebrate and turn out with you for your birthday, girl. Don't worry about it, Dad. When I come to, I ain't gonna be too far off when I come to Philly. We can still party in Philly, yeah. Now, guys, what I used to do, I would celebrate my birthday all month long. Not like no parties. I'm not a party girl. I had my last party at 30. I had the dirty 30. That was my last party. That's just not my thing. But I would just celebrate all weekend, like doing random stuff, vacationing, and just, I don't know. I haven't skydived yet, but I just would do stuff like that. Like, it's my birthday, so what? I can do it. So I may still be partying by then, Deborah. I may still be at it. I'm thinking I could bring the comment on thing. I can't. Before the 5-day challenge, I was very much in my own head and I didn't have a clear vision. So I would let my clients go if they didn't seem to fit immediately. I know, Trina, but guess what? We talked about that. We talked about it in the challenge. And some people are just, well, for one, it just depends because you have your bargain shoppers, then you have your people that's just not sure, and then you have your action takers, right? So it's like you have to have, or it's good to have, you don't have to have, but it's good to have a strategy in place for each type of client. And one thing with me, I learned to do that because, and this is how I end up learning to make so many different classes, right? I know everybody can't afford to take my class, or buy my full program. I know that, which is why the only reason why I started creating cheaper price classes or cheaper price tutorials, because I don't know, that's just me. A part of me still wanted to serve everybody, but as I positioned it in a way, these things are available, but you don't hear me talking about them. You don't hear me promoting them. You don't, that ain't gonna happen unless, like, you know, a lot of times people come to me like, oh my God, I can't do this, I can't do that. I really want to learn from you. And they're like, okay, cool. I got this right here. Take that. And so many people has taken my lower price tutorials, and only thing it did would get them more excited to take the class. Because they're like, God dang, if she got this much energy on a freaking virtual tutorial, I gotta get in her space. So for me, it's like that's why I say you have to understand the funnel. And I just created things at different price points to meet, because I just knew I was teaching people at different levels. I was teaching people that never even seen a drape and needed to be a little more persuaded. And even though I didn't have the time to persuade them, I felt the need to give them something. So I'm like, okay, cool. That's how I created the 7-day trial program. Like, all right, just cool. Just try it out. Like, if I gave you all this value in a free program, can you imagine what I'm gonna give you in class, girl? So I'm trying to tell you, Trent, I'm gonna ask you what your follow-up game is, because you know our next meeting is next Thursday. I was going to change it to tomorrow since I didn't go out of town, but since you guys was already prepped that we changed it to next week, I'm gonna keep it at next week. And quick note, because I know a lot of my guys that's in the program is probably on this live. I sent out an email, guys. At first, when we did the program, we didn't have a private Facebook group. Now we do. We have a private Facebook group. So check your email. Any email that you get that says membership, I mean, that email only goes to you because you're in Planning to Profit and you need to open it. Meaning it's something important. Something important. I ain't selling you nothing because you already in the program. Open the email, okay? I sent out that, I think it was today or yesterday. All right. So wait a minute. I had a venue ask me to collab, Julia, but wanted me to create packages, which I do not use packages. Then her said, I don't want to send my clients to your IG because they will think you too expensive. What? I don't know about that one, Julia. I don't know about that one. So it's kind of different when you need me. It's kind of different when you are partnering with like venues and things like that. So realistically, if it's a venue and you're partnering with them, they should have, at that point, you probably should have a portfolio or something like that. Like if they're looking at your IG or whatever, then that should be something they do on their own. Like as a venue owner, I would not be sending people to your IG. I would say this is, maybe show them a portfolio of your work, because I'm a venue owner. It's not like I am a resource, if that makes sense. So if you're going to do a solid collaboration, like this would be your solid collaboration, your solid partnership, then there really shouldn't be no, oh, go check her out here. It shouldn't even be no, go check her prices out, because that has nothing to do with the collaboration with the venue owner. So 9 times out of 10, when there are collaborations with venue owners, your prices are a little cheaper, because even with me, well, not venue owners, but even with me, with my affiliates, people that I get, if one of my affiliates, somebody's in my affiliate program, send someone to me for a class, I am going to make less. Like if my class is $17.97. If an affiliate sends someone to me for my class, I'm only going to make 13 because my affiliate has made 450 or whatever, 490, whatever that is. And I'm totally cool with that. I don't mind. That's why I give a nice incentive, because I would have not landed that sale if it wasn't for the affiliate. So normally when you make a partnership, your prices are kind of different based upon your base model and your collaborative model. It is like, and it should be, because that's like traffic. That's the whole goal of a partnership. They're bringing you business, right? And then you guys are partnering. So I don't know about that one. That seemed like maybe y'all should have had a conversation and be clear. You got to be clear. One thing about when you're in a partnership, somebody will try to fast talk you, baby. They will try to fast talk you to make it sound like they doing all the things. I'm like, pause, hold on, pause. You gotta be careful in your partnerships, baby, because they will try to make it seem like they putting you in the win-win, and you got to be clear on what you bringing. I know I'm bringing something spontaneous. I know I'm bringing something that's magnificent. Run me my money. That's all I'm saying. Run me my money. I'm telling people I'm booked if I don't want to work with them. Toya, you wanna know what? That's the easy one. So that's like the safe way. That's a safe way to kind of put somebody down. Just tell them you book if you don't want to work with them. And that's the beauty of running your own business. Like you get to pick and choose. But that's the good place to be when you are able to pick and choose who you want to work with, right? That is like, guys, I can't tell you that being on that side of the spectrum as opposed to waving a red flag or white flag saying, hey, pick me, pick me, pick me. That's one of the most pitiful places to be. And I know exactly what that feel like because I was there. It's like you're in, and I use this scenario all the time. So if y'all heard it before, don't say nothing because I'm gonna say it all the time because it's the one I relate to. It's the one I learned, and it's the one that makes sense to me. So it's like being in the supermarket, right? You're in the supermarket. You're going down the cereal aisle. I don't know about y'all. I say cereal. Y'all may say cereal. I don't know. I'm from Baltimore. Cereal. You're going down the cereal aisle, right? You got all these cereals just reaching for your attention. Pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me. I know me. I'm only going to 3 different ones, and it depends on what my taste buds want at that moment. I may go for my cinnamon toast crunch. Okay. But if I don't, want to deal with the sogginess, I ain't gonna go there. I'm gonna deal with my frosted flakes if I want to be connected to my childhood, because they just remind me of my childhood and they just taste good. Or I'm gonna go with my golden grams. Occasionally, I'm gonna go with my Captain Crunch berries. But you got all these cereals that's reaching for your attention. Like, why do you pick the one that you pick? And you got to be clear on what it is that you want. And that's the same thing about people that's out here shopping for what you do. You got people out here shopping for event planners or party decorators or whatever. Why they gonna pick you? And if you don't know, don't be scared to ask them. Y'all know I ask y'all all the time. And y'all just don't know. Y'all help me out a great deal. Because at first I'm like, I wonder why they come to my class. Y'all told me why y'all come to my class. So now I'm able to be clear on what I deliver. It didn't come from me like, oh, I got this amazing idea. I'm just going to throw this class and everybody just going to join it because I said so. It's like, no, I took from what you guys said, why you picked my class over anybody else's class. That is my secret sauce. That's what I deliver. That's my solution. That's why you come. So, of course, quite naturally, if someone else is looking for that same solution, now I'm going to be able to land right in front of their face because I know what they're looking for, right? So that's why I say you guys got to understand marketing. It's not about looking pretty. It's not about the pretty logo. Is your messaging. It's what you're saying, who you're saying it to, and what are you delivering at the end of the day? Because that's all people care about. People don't care that you got these little figurine chargers. People don't care that you got this silk linen. They don't care. They care how the people going to feel when they come to the event. Is people going to be in awe, right? They care about what they going to see when they open them doors for the first reveal. That's what they care about. I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, Julia said she was over on Facebook, decided to come over here. I'm trying to tell y'all need to be on YouTube because if I'm at the office, I got all my screens. But if I'm here, I got one screen. I got to keep flipping tabs. So I try and keep up, but I'll be forgetting, y'all. I'm forgetting. I ain't gonna lie. Wait a minute. She said, hold on. She said she wanted low price packages to give her customers. She didn't want them to come to me for a price, but she also thought the pics I have on my IG look like I'm expensive. So like you just said, you was floored when she said that. But peep the move. I understand why she said that. I think at the end of the day, if you two were clear on what your monetary cut was, it shouldn't matter. Like, I don't, if she got a $10,000 client and you're coming in, let's just say, because I don't know what you were doing. So let's just say you're coming in to do the tables and the balloons and your cut is 6,000 and she happy with 4,000 and you happy with 6. Do it matter what her clients think? Like, at the end of the day, she is the plug, or she is the thing, right? She has resources and venues and partnerships and able to bring that collaboratively in a way where it gives her clients what they want. I think at the end of the day, as long as your bottom line is met, what difference do it make? I know if I got a $10,000 budget, or let's just say 2,000. I don't know, because you said low price packages. So let's just say 2,000. I know if I got a $2,000 package, but I'm going over and looking at my decorators or somebody that's possibly going to decorate the venue owner's vendor or whatever. I go over and look at that page and I'm like, oh my God. It ain't nobody haggling to me about like I can come over with some more money. What difference will it make? I'm gonna be even more ecstatic, right? So I think the clarity fell between the partners, right? So if she was cool with paying your bottom line, then it really shouldn't have been an issue. So yeah, I agree that her clients should not have been talking to you about prices, because in a collaborative effort, that's like, no, that's not supposed to happen. So it just depends on how you guys set that up. But I mean, she shouldn't really matter at that point. Message has to be clear and make sense. Say it again, Keisha. I just had someone tell me today that she loved my backdrop and was on board until I gave her a discounted price. She said, oh no, it's not that type of party. Wait a minute, Denise. Come on with it. You gotta explain this one to me, boo. What you mean? Wait a minute. So are you trying to tell me that she wanted to pay you a higher price? And if so, I got it. Okay, she still couldn't. Wait a minute. No, Tanisha, you got to clear that up. So is it that she still couldn't afford the discounted price, or is it that the discounted price turned her off? Thanks, Lavon. This is my satellite office, boo. We in Cali right now, but we really in the makeup room. I'm trying to tell you. Tell them again, Deb. So, guys, let me tell y'all something. So some of you guys have actually sent it. So it's like we are now developing. If you don't remember or you don't know, we had I still got it because they're in the office. I have a candle line, and it's some other things that's in the making. So now that YouTube allow us to receive super chats and super thanks, I'm like, get it, YouTube. Okay, I like it. So they allow us to use, I didn't even know I was getting them, y'all. So you guys that gave me super chats, y'all know I don't know about all that. I just want to say thank you. Because that's the stuff that encourage girls like me to come and spend our time on here, realistically. Because y'all that know me, know I struggle with this late night thing. Because by the time is this time, I'm tired. I done bust my tail all day. I just want to get in the bed with my baby and just relax. But we be cutting up, and I really enjoy my time with y'all. So guys, if you don't know, you really can support this channel. Like everything that I be asking y'all, what y'all want me to record, we literally have a backdrop up downstairs, and we'll be recording tomorrow and Thursday. No, tomorrow and a part of Friday. Only things that you guys asked us to record. People asked us to record some stuff on TikTok. We are recording that. So when you guys give super thanks and super chats or whatever that is, it could be a coffee. I don't know what it is, but that is the stuff that supports the channel and allows me to spend more time making those kind of videos. Because I don't know if y'all know it or not. Try it. Let me see you try it. It takes a lot of time to be in production a full day just to create 4 videos, guys. I do 4 videos a month. We want to increase to 8. Right now we can't because the time is just not there. But it takes a full day of filming. Then it takes another full day of editing. Then sometimes it takes 3 days of editing, depending on how lengthy the videos are. And then it takes a full day of distribution. Like it really takes time. So I appreciate it. I said, I looked at my little channel. I saw some flowers and some little, I said, what is this? I'm trying to tell you. She saw my backdrop on IG page and discounted price was too high. She just wasn't the right person. I don't even drape y'all no more. I don't, but I will occasionally. Like if somebody call us and it's like something I want to do. And I even started, like, cause I get calls often now. I don't know why, but I get calls about draping events. So I had started putting them in the groups, right? Like, even though I don't do that, I'm like, no, let me pass this opportunity on. I passed a couple of opportunities on. It didn't go like I wanted it to. So I said, you want to? No, I'm not gonna put my name. I'm not gonna put my name on something that realistically I have nothing to do with. I'm just passing an opportunity. But even now, I don't have a problem. I don't know. So my whole thing of what I want you guys to get a grasp of, people pay for what they want. So if you're getting kickback, it's only a few reasons why. There's only a few reasons why. 9 times 10, you could be talking to the wrong person. And a lot of you guys don't realize, and sometimes you're uncomfortable because you have worked with Bargain Basement Betty for, let's just say, however long, and now you've invested in your business and you've made the necessary change to attract a different kind of client, right? But you're not focused on them. You're still attracting Bargain Basement Betty because that's who you're talking to. You haven't implemented the things you were taught, and you're not doing the things needed to attract a different kind of client. Just because you go to a class, baby, don't mean, unless you do the work, that the next day you automatically going to land you a $1,500 backdrop. Unless you do the work, you have to put in people's face what they want. I put in people's face. Anytime I market, I don't run ads, I don't do all that. Not saying don't work, it do, but I know I have such an organic following. I can put in your face what I want you to buy, and I can position it in a way I want you to buy it. You're going to buy it, because I'm going to show you the value first, right? So it's like, and not only that, but it's just, you got to understand, like, people, it's not about the money. It's about what they perceive it to be worth. So Tanisha, she just wasn't the right person. That's all. So don't, a lot of people will get discouraged with that. I know I did in the beginning. When I first started changing my prices, and I got a little kickback, I was discouraged. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't like, oh. I said, but I just sit here and spent all this money. I said, oh, I'm gonna get this back. But I had to get real comfortable being uncomfortable, because that's when I started transitioning to my no. I'm not doing that. And I had to be still for quite some time, right? Like, I didn't book any events, and I was cool with that, because at that point I was working on all the things I didn't know. Like, I didn't want to have another consultation. I'm pulling out all this freaking paper out of a notebook, like, sign this, sign this, sign this. I'm like, I don't see anybody else doing like that. Like, they got systems. Like, what's that? So it's like I had to really spend that time and just being in that space of, I'm just not going to handle business right now. But when I kick fire, I'm going to kick fire. And I do that all the time. I still do that to this day. It's like, I don't mind having a slow quarter or whatever the case, because I'm learning. I'm positioning myself for the next leap, because it always happens, right? But I can't keep going, and don't allow myself time to grow, and not necessarily grow, but I am like, I don't know about y'all, but when I tell y'all think I be being funny, but when I tell you guys, when you're saying things and you want it to be something where you are influencing someone, whether that's to buy your stuff or believe, whatever it is, talk to them like they are a kindergartner. It doesn't mean that their articulation is, their level is low. It doesn't mean that, but the simpler you make it, the easier you make it for people to buy. So that's how I am. I need to sit down, and I can hear some things, and it may not hit right away, especially if I'm in like some uppity course. I'm like, man, they spent too much time with these big words. Like, break that down. So I got to sit there and digest. But it's like, I can't move forward until I understand and able to comprehend what I just heard or what I've just learned. So when I go on my little binges, guys, I'm learning. I'm underground. I don't say that for no reason. I'm learning because I know it's going to take a different me, a different version of me, one that has never been here, to get to that next level. Because if she was here, I would already be there. I ain't there yet, meaning I got some growing to do. And sometimes you can only grow, and you need moments with yourself, right? You don't need influence by nobody other than the people that matter. So I'm just trying to tell you. Oh my God. I had a client tell me she can't pay deposit or anything until we set up due to being scammed. Was too But to be $5,000, I told her she needed deposit. She didn't book. Oh well, I'm sticking to the price. Now, Toya, that's kind of tricky because I kind of do get that. Like I do get that because people are being scammed. It's unfortunate, but people are being scammed. So for me, I just would limit like what the access is. Like if whatever their comfort level is, if it's reasonable, then I'm like, okay, cool, because I get it. Because people are being scammed. They really are. A whole lot. Like they being scammed a lot. So I kind of would understand that apprehension a little more. But it ain't that much I would be willing to do because my review speaks for me. My review speaks for what I do. So it ain't like that much I'll be willing to do. Thank you, Precious. Yes, I had a small pity party, but I quickly shook it off. That's right, girl. Isn't this cool? We're having a pity party like I have them sometimes, but baby, don't put too much attention to it because guess what? What is it? It's so funny because my Maya, she said something. Energy flows to where the focus goes. Something like that. But it's so true. So shake it off, boo-boo. I was trying to get a small piece of fence repaired, and I was immediately told we don't come out for less than $1,000. Hello, see that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Some people look at that like, who they think they is. Point is, they know exactly who they is. They know exactly what they're worth, and they know what they ain't taking no less than. So that's what I'm talking about. So when you position that kind of language, you're going to do one or two things, or one and two things. You're going to repel people you're not supposed to work with, and you're going to attract the people you are. So if he said that, and the person was like, not talking about you, but let's just say the person was like, oh, all right, have a nice day. We ain't got that. You just save him a lot of time, a lot of wasted time. He already know that's his bottom line. And if it was something like, oh, all right, cool, let's set up the consult. Now he's talking to somebody that's more likely going to book him, right? It's like the likelihood has just increased. Somebody they're gonna get booked. He ain't gonna send his guys out, measure this or measure that, and then like, all right, we'll call you. So like, I like that. That's how I am. Like, this is the minimum. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Deborah says, and Deborah talking to you, Toya. A friend of mine has their customer sign a contract when they pay their deposit, and which part of the money in deposit is non-refundable just in case it comes. Yes, so that's how mine wasn't like that in the beginning, boy. I had to learn, but that's how mine is. In order for the contract, so mine before the contract is even signed, they already paying a non-refundable retainer, right? Because the deposit it gets tricky with verbiage, right? But the retainer is for anything I would purchase, right? And just holding that slot. Like once you book May 13th, no one else can book May 13th. So it's like, nah, like, so it's like I had to learn that the hard way. But like we'll go back and forth if we're negotiating on an invoice. But when it's an actual quote that's accepted, that's it. There's no negotiations happening. We can negotiate on on a quote. We can negotiate on a quote like all the way till everybody's comfortable. But when you get invoiced, that's it, right? When you get invoiced, that's it. And then your contract for us, your contract will follow up after that because you paid it, whatever it is. But you can see your contract because a lot of people was finding out a lot of people would send you the contract afterwards, and then there was like some verbiage that they didn't agree with and became an issue. So you always want people to see what's in your contract before they're booked solid, because it could be things in there that they don't agree with. Like, so you just want to be clear on that. Repel and attract. Say it again, Tawana. Yes, Deborah. So with me, and guys, I'm gonna say it with me a lot because it's so many different ways to run your business in the events industry. I can only say with me because I know with me what has worked. With me, we have set up workflows, right? And my workflow would not end, meaning it would not close out until we followed up and got a testimonial. That would close the workflow. If we didn't have a testimonial or at least follow up, and if someone, whatever it was, is a still open contract, right? So that is what really taught me how to close out anything I do. Even if you're in my class, we getting that testimonial, like, and tell the truth. If you ain't like it or you whatever, tell the truth. Like, we need to, because this is stuff that we need to know so we can improve. And if you liked it, tell. This is like social proof that helps people that's on the fence. Like, we had, especially this year, we had people in class that we had Spanish speaking participants. We had people that never touched the drape. They just saw the channel and fell in love. And they was like, oh my God, I want to do it. And did the same exact work, was able to produce the same results. We've had so many different other communities. So testimonials is important because it shows that you know your stuff. So definitely. Now I'm just coming out on the scene. What does $1,000 backdrop include? Drapes. So realistically, Wilmina, my whole thing is I teach premium draping, right? The basic draping where it's like one up and over. It looks fabulous. I'm not saying it doesn't. However, my goal is to teach people how to build at least $1,000 backdrop, because most people that's looking to make them six-figure businesses and retain that, you have to have a higher ticket offer. You have to have a higher ticket offer, right? And realistically, $1,000 is on the low end when you look at what it takes to create the stuff that we create. Now, if you're talking about like a basic backdrop, I don't care how fantastic you make it look. But if you're talking about a backdrop that got like 10 drapes, 12 drapes, and you just was able to, okay, cool. That's not something that we consider premium. Premium is when by the time you finish designing that sucker, you're tired, your arms hurt. We talk about 30 drapes, okay? We talk about 3-layer, 4-layer, multi-layer. That's a total difference. We're talking about different textures, different shades, understanding color, understanding how you want people to feel when they see it. Like, it's just a whole nother ball game. And then when you own it and you understand that, you're able to create something that's just is no matter where you at, it's going to always be like that. Wow. I could create a mock-up and people like, wow. And it's just, I'm trying to tell you. But you need all those elements into it, because that is, people think $1,000 backdrop, like, oh my God, nobody gonna pay for that. Do I need to pull out some invoices? Because I can't remember the last time I created anything less than. And that's for people that just randomly call me. Like, no, I'm not coming out for, I'm not gonna be able to do that. But realistically, it's like, you got to understand that the backdrop is one of the main focal points of the event, right? You can win it, or you could kill it, or you can win it, right? And at the end of the day, that and florals is like the wow. That's the thing, like, oh my God. So I was like, yeah, you got to understand what you're providing. When you understand that and clear on that, and you know like what it is that your client want, and you can articulate it back to them that that's what you will deliver, they're going to pay you hand over fist every time. Every time. Trust me. Right, Deborah. Right, the non-refundable fee, absolutely. Because 9 times out of 10, you know, we be so fast when we get the clicking, and we know it's a whatever the theme is. We kind of already got ideas in our head. Then we know sometimes it's hard to get stuff, so we'll go out and get it immediately. So you definitely, like, whatever that deposit is, it should be non-refundable, especially if you're buying things. It should be. Tiki, why you over here, girl? I gotta get out of here, y'all. Good evening, Posh fam. I quoted $1,260 for 30 foot of double draping, and the client said that seemed too high. I expressed understanding and advised them that I'm not the right design firm for their budget. They just messaged me the other day after 3 weeks saying the quotes from other vendors are less, but not the same quality. Hello. So they would like to go with me now. You are right. And stand by your price when your work is worth it. How? Y'all not going to tell me people ain't going to pay for what they want. It's your job. If you ain't making them feel like they need you, your marketing suck. That's all I'm going to tell you. And you need to come and get in this class. That's all I'm going to tell you. Your marketing sucks. Because at the end of the day, that's all it's about. Marketing at the end of the day is how you make people feel. How you make them feel. My job is to make anyone I come in contact with, anyone that sees what I do, feel like they need me, to get to whatever it is they're trying to do in this draping game. They need me. They need this class. They need these resources. They need this energy. They need all the above in order for them to grow exponentially where they want to grow in the draping game. That's my job as a draping instructor. Period. Bianca say, I need the class. I'm trying to tell you. My marketing really sucks. And realistically, it's not, marketing is not hard as people think it is, guys. You gotta just strengthen your communication skills. You have to and get clear on what you deliver. And just, you guys think I be playing when I do these when we do the messaging trainings, like that's key to your business. If you ain't clear on your message, you ain't clear on what you deliver, how you gonna convince me what you deliver and you don't know yourself? Like, you don't know yourself. I'm trying to tell you, I've been doing this now for 2 years, asking people, just testing people, what you do. Soon as somebody come in my slide, in my DMs, say they having trouble with this, they having trouble. All right, well, what you do? What you do? Tell me what you do. And they can't. Or it's like some run-on fluff that at the end of the day, realistically, they care about it, but the person they talking to don't care. I don't care that you're a designer or you're a certified designer. So it's like 1,000 other ones. How are you gonna help me? How are you gonna give me what I want? What you got that I want? So it's like, you gotta understand that, right? She said my marketing really sucks. Y'all funny. All right, guys. I just wanted to come on here. Facts, needs, and wants. Look, tell them again, Yvonne. At the end of the day, you give the people what they want. You give them the candy, and you put the medicine in the middle. That's all you gotta do. You give them the candy because that's what they want, but you still feed them what they need. You just put the medicine in the middle. At the end of the day, that makes a happy relationship. Oh my God. All right, guys. So that's all I have. Listen, I just wanted to come on here and cut up with y'all because I was supposed to be on vacation and I'm not. So I said, let me go spend some time with my peeps. But not tomorrow. Next Wednesday, I will be back. So this whole month, we're talking about money and how to make more of it. And even though tonight's training is a very important training, so I'm gonna figure out where I can plug this training at, because at the end of the day, it's super easy. How to create higher tier items, right? Higher packages, more expensive packages. But if you don't have the elements in place to do so, then I don't care what price you stick on your stuff, nobody gonna buy it. So at the end of the day, getting clear on that. So I'm gonna find out exactly where to place it. And then you guys, someone in the group, was it Tiki? Earlier today suggested that if some kind of virtual training, because I know a lot of people won't be coming to class, which is totally cool, but you guys are so interested in my 3 zone method. So I said I would entertain like a virtual training, helping explain the different, what did she ask? She said the different, not colors, she was saying the different textures and exactly where they go. Now, I know I shared some tips about this on YouTube, right? But I didn't go into detail, which is one of for me, y'all know I teach in a simplistic way. This was one of the easiest ways that I was able to teach a technique where people just got it and they just got it. So I'm I'm entertaining having a training, but if this is a training that you guys are interested in, I want you guys to put the one in the comments. Don't give me a 1. No, scratch that, because I'm like, what the one's for? When I see it later, put training. I know exactly what that is. Put training in the comments, and that is a training that we definitely could set up as a virtual training. But I'll be going over the 3 zone method in detail for those of you that probably can't come to class or something like that, right? Because at the end of the day, if you don't understand, you may not know premium draping in its fullest detail, but if you don't know how to manipulate fabric and where it should go, you're going to kill your design at the end of the day. That's all I'm going to tell you. You're going to kill your design. It happens a lot. So that's all I got, guys. I just want to tell you what to be on the lookout for. Definitely next Wednesday, the Wednesday after that, Posh Late Night Biz. We're rolling. We're going to talk all about money. I want you guys, it's already scheduled in YouTube. If you can, click your notifications bell, because when those trainings come, I'm going to be, well, they're not really trainings, but when those discussions, I'm going to be sharing tips on how you guys could do it. When those discussions come, I'm going to kind of roll right into it. So hit your notifications bell so you guys can show up on time with me so you don't miss anything, right? Also, if you have not joined the mobile community, it's the first, very first comment from me. I pinned it. You're going to want to join because as an elite few of my tribe members that will be able to join me for a networking brunch. And what do y'all think we're talking about? Not only is it going to be my birthday, but guess what? We're talking all about the coin and how to get it, right? So that's going to be a super dope training. Not to mention, guess what? For my tribe, it's free. It's not something you got to pay for. You don't need an exclusive ticket, but you will have to sign up because it's going to be limited availability. So only the first few people that sign up will be able to get access to this event. So definitely join the mobile community so you know when right now, the only thing I'm waiting for is the flyer. Everything else is solidified. So you'll know, and that should be this week. I would say by Friday when we start allowing signups for that event. And also those that are already enrolled in the Draping Masterclass tour for June. Starting next week is when, because it was scheduled to happen when we came back from vacation. We was going to start sending out those welcome kits, right? Which is the everything for class. Everyone that has an all-inclusive package, you're going to get your kit in the mail. You're going to get all your student gear. You're going to get your pink toolkit. You're going to get the welcome video series telling you what to do with everything and how to put everything together. All that's going to start going out next week. Only if you have the all-inclusive kit, though. Those that don't have the all-inclusive kit will get an email to see if you want to upgrade at that time. Only thing is, if you don't upgrade at that time, you won't be able to upgrade in class because we will not be this year bringing extra kits on. We won't be transporting extra kits. We won't do it. It's entirely too heavy and it's a heavy load to carry when we're carrying 100 kits, right? So if you have an all-inclusive kit, all that stuff is going to go out to you next week. If you don't, you have the option to upgrade. However, it's not mandatory. You don't have to upgrade if you don't want to. You still will have practice equipment available to you in class. So is that all? That's not all, but that's all I'm gonna share tonight because this is a lot. I'll share the rest next week because I'm waiting on some final details. So that's all I got, guys. If you found this video to be helpful, if you found this video to be inspiring, if you found this video like you want more, all you got to do and let me know that is just simply click the like button, right? If you found it to be exceptional, buy your girl a cup of coffee tomorrow and just hit the little, whatever that is, a little dollar sign, little tips. I think it's like a little tip jar. Yep. Your girl used to be a bartender, so she is very good at accepting tips. So I want to thank YouTube for allowing us to do that because, like I said, it supports the channel. And it's just like a small token of you guys' appreciation of us, what we deliver on these channels. So I am excited for what is to come because, like I said, tomorrow and the first part of Friday, guess what? We are shooting new videos and we have a new channel. Y'all gotta go support the new channel, y'all. The old channel is gone. It's still up, but it's gone. Y'all see, I'm not there. No video, no new videos, no new engagement. So until I can get that account back, we're rolling with the Draping Queen. Go on TikTok, follow the Draping Queen so we can get back up, get our likes back up so we get back on because we are going to be doing tutorials, live tutorials on TikTok. But we need your help to help us get to 1,000. So again, that's not too that's not too much to ask, right? I know I can get that. I know I can get that from my peeps. Okay. Thank you, Lavon. I appreciate you. So, like always, guys, you guys have an amazing. Oh, look at all them trainers. I go, okay, I guess we gotta put it in. We gotta put it in the fact. I want to say thank you to all my greenlit names. That means you guys are in the membership. Oh, that's what I forgot to tell you. So, guys, if you are in the membership, if you're in the YouTube membership, right, but not in planning to profit, from last week, the training that I said that I just did a training for mindset shifts to success. I'm going to upload that training to the membership to give you guys access to it. Now, you won't be able to get the workbook and you won't be able to be on an accountability session, which is happening next Thursday because you're on a YouTube membership, but at least you will get that training. And this will be for everybody on all levels. I will upload that training for you guys that's on the YouTube membership. That's just your exclusive training for just being a member of the YouTube membership. Now, if you want to be on the accountability session, which happens next Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you'll get access to the workbook. You'll get access to the training via Zoom. You'll get access to everything. You just have to join that membership, though, for that access. But if you just want to train it and implement the things I teach in the training, guess what? You'll get access to that without having to do anything, okay? You ain't got to do nothing. When we upload it, which may be tomorrow, depending on our workload with recording, we're going to send out a post that'll tell you, but it'll only go to the membership, guys. It'll tell you, hey, the training is uploaded. So that's all I have. Lavon says, I have a question. What's the meaning behind your tattoo? And would you ever get more? No. So I'm a big crybaby. The meaning behind this tattoo, guys, is realistically, it's beautiful. One of my favorite flowers, but it was a cover up, right? Just being young and dumb. And, I had a flower there, nothing crazy, but it was my son's name. But it was like one of them, it was just a bad tattoo. So I went to, my boys in New York and they hooked my arm up. Really, really, I love this tattoo because it's like a work of art. I love it, love it, love it. And I had other tattoos I actually gotten lasered off. So no, if I was to get another tattoo, Lavon, it would clearly not be nowhere like on my arms or nothing like that. Absolutely not. No. So I hope that answers your question. I think I had like 4 tattoos lasered off. So no, definitely won't be doing that again. Older, we talking about 30 years ago. Yeah, about 30 years ago. So yeah, any other questions anyone else have? So yeah, I love this tattoo too. I've had this tattoo now for about, I don't know, maybe about 10 years. Yeah, maybe about 10 years. Thanks, Lavon. Lavon says nice. All right, I have a question. Oh, that's the one I just asked. All right, guys, so that's all I have. Good night, good night, good night. Join me next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Posh Late Night Biz. And don't forget to look at the first comment. If you catch this on the replay and if you're feeling something I say, all you got to do is respond in the comments, because guess what? We reply every day to our videos. We reply every day to your questions. We reply every day to your comments, even if it's after the broadcast. So that's all I got. Have an amazing night, YouTube. Love you much. See you next week.